Hello dear traders, and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover Australian dollar versus US dollar. I will speak about the gold market, crude oil, dollar index, and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with Australian dollar versus US dollar first. So basically what I found on this multi-time frame analysis basically is that the price is basically traded above this previous swing high at 0.6986, and still there is a potential that this can be ABC structure. The downside cycle is still present in the trend on the 5-day moving average. We basically have a falling 5 and 10-day moving average, so we basically have a strong downside cycle in the place. We also cleared the lows to this stage at 0.6980. We traded below, and basically we entered this consolidation area here, and the next pivot level should be around 0.6800 mark or 825 mark. So far we have 2 sessions in a row upside. So we have overnight session, Tokyo session upside, and Europe session first few hours upside. And now we're testing the previous day high at 0.6986. So for now, I don't see any kind of the downside shift again. But from my perspective, going into US session, for me, it's very hard to expect that we'll have 3 sessions in a row to the upside cycle. So I expect the rotation downside going to US session, but so far I cannot see any. So far the buyers are still in control. We're just testing the previous day high. If we start basically to see some supply enter the market, and then watch for the downside rotation towards the lows at 0.6915, since we are still in a strong downside cycle. So my perspective, watch for selling opportunities, but watch for the right timing, right? Right timing is very important, and for now, we need some evidence that market started to rotate, or maybe some bull bearish divergences on the way up going to the US session. If we even clear the low, and we basically also have a strong pivot here, major swing lows from the previous price action. So we're sitting on a major lows, and the next major resistance is basically at 0.7030. Next market I want to go through is basically dollar index. We have a dollar index basically trading pretty flat at this stage. We even have some consolidation here, so we're expecting some kind of the breakout potentially, right? We're still sitting in a strong upside cycle, and I can see potential for the breakout. So uptrend is still intact. Current day, this looks like a one time frame trading lower for now, but still previous day low is not tested at 103.50, and we're still in the previous day range. So watch carefully how the price will react around the key pivot lows, 103.50 and so. And if we have an upside breakout, eventually if we clear the high at 103.97, right, and we sustain above, then we can have a bigger upside continuation of this strong upside cycle on the higher time frame. So yeah, the trend is still pretty bullish and no signs for the reversal yet at this stage. Speaking of the gold market also had a rally. So we had rallies on oil, on gold this morning, and we basically, I can see that because we are rallying for overnight session plus Europe session, I expect the downside continuation. We see basically rectangle here. We have a important pivot zone at 1850, 1851. It's exactly where the price basically stopped here. We might see the bear flag to form around on the 2-hour time frame, and I still didn't see any kind of the major bottoming formation or something like that. So I still see potential for a further downside rotation. Let me show you this on the 12-hour time frame, for example. This was the key pivot. That was the key pivot that we broke. I think the next major one, we have also this area here, but the next major one is 1920, right? 1820, pardon, and then area around 1790 level. So still downside opportunities are preferable. This might be the flag. It's a good pivot, right? So not any evidence for now on the 30-minute intraday structure, but going into the US session, if there is evidence, then the downside continuation can be in the play. So watch for selling opportunities there. Speaking of the crude oil, market had a bear flag yesterday on the 2-hour time frame. It sold off basically. We still didn't test major lows at 95.26 and 93.30. We still failed to test that. And we had a rally all day, all morning, right? All overnight session, the Tokyo session and the Europe session trying to rebuy this stage. So, but there is a key pivot cluster around 103.70, right? 103.40. So I will carefully watch for the price action. Overall, the bigger picture market is in a heavy sideways regime. As you see, there is a heavy sideways regime on 12-hour. But most recently, we had this sell-off of this contraction. We had this bull divergence on 2-hour. We're back to the mean, right? And we have some previous pivot highs there. So same thing like on the gold. We already have 2 sessions in a row to the upside. And I expect going into the US session that we start the rotation down again in the next period. So watch for this key pivot level around 103.45. And Bitcoin versus US dollar, something we spoke yesterday. Bitcoin was on the bear flag basically, and we had bear flag here around 32,000, and market started to resell. We still didn't quite retest the low at 29,680, and I will also go to the weekly just to let you know this is a crucial pivot, right? This 29,000, you know, and I'll say 29,000 mark. If we can clear this low on the weekly, we can open the door for a much bigger drop even towards the 20,000 mark. For now, we're just sidewaysing. We had the bear flag. It's looking like a very, very narrow today. And if we start the reselling process again, we might see nothing right now here is suggesting any kind of the bigger rally or something like that. So that is for now my view. Hope that you did enjoy this update, and wish you good trading. Have a nice day and speak to you tomorrow morning.